The Sandbox cost has been fluctuating close to its past 52-week high, albeit the example of Sandbox looked as though it was prepared to flood after its breakout in September 2021. It neglected to proceed with the energy and contacted its 50-day remarkable moving normal before very long. High unpredictability isn't new in the crypto world, yet the Sandbox network isn't getting an adequate number of media consideration. Its ongoing position in the realm of digital currencies is number 120, with the most recent 24-hour exchanging volume close $57 million. We should investigate the Sandbox cost expectation for the following couple of years. What is the Sandbox? In straightforward words, the Sandbox is a local area-driven stage where makers can adapt voxel resources and gaming encounters on the blockchain. In this virtual world, the members or the players can assemble, own, and adapt their gaming encounters utilizing Sand tokens, which is the stage's utility token. The decentralized stage likewise permits players and makers both to claim a piece of gaming metaverse and take part in the administration and economy utilizing the Sand utility token. The players can make their advanced resources, which would be non-fungible tokens or NFTs, and transfer them to the commercial center. They can then utilize these NFTs to make gaming encounters with the Sandbox game producer. With the moving news that Facebook will employ 10,000 European designers for the metaverse project advancement, any reasonable person would agree that adapting the virtual world and game resources is earning market respect as the eventual fate of gaming. What makes Sandbox different is that it utilizes blockchain innovation utilizing a decentralized design to run its tasks. It offers benefits of genuine proprietorship, computerized shortage, interoperability, and adaptation capacities utilizing its construction. As trailblazers in the Sandbox will be facing the most elevated starting challenge. They have techniques to produce benefits off the Sandbox metaverse idea. The Sand administration token will permit the partner to partake in the administration choice and other things like this. The clients or players can likewise spend these Sand tokens to secure land and lease them out or attempt to populate them to build their worth. The Sand likewise considers marking, giving an open door to latent income age ashore. Marking additionally takes into account rewards, for example, diamonds and impetuses, which are urgent for resource creation. The Sand likewise has a charge-catch model, i.e., 5% of all exchange volume did in Sand tokens is designated with 50% to the marking pool as remunerations for token holders that stake Sand tokens and 50% to the establishment. The establishment is an approach to boost excellent substance and game creation on the stage, advancing quality development among its user base and content makers. Organizations of the Sandbox. Arthur Madrid is the president and fellow benefactor at Pixel, and he is the main impetus behind the Sandbox. The Pixel was established in 2011, and from that point forward, the group has been expanding upon the reason of the Sandbox utilizing the blockchain innovation in the metaverse. The Sandbox has additionally tied down in excess of 50 organizations to foster the substance on its foundation, including brands like Shaun the Sheep, financial backers like Square Enix, and famous organizations like Atari. These organizations will improve the group's endeavors in making an extraordinary biological system for the Sandbox and its players. The essential associations will likewise permit the organization to build its traction and give restrictive section to players from the accomplice organization's items. The Sandbox value expectation, market opinion. The Sandbox metaverse is comprised of terrains, which are imaginative sandboxes claimed by players to make and adapt their gaming encounters. At the point when the organization disclosed the deals of grounds, around 23% of the guide was sold out in practically no time, an abundance of $1 million of deals. By furnishing the clients with a biological system for content creation, the organization intends to give a complete encounter to the players and makers. The Sandbox further permits its clients to get copyright proprietorships utilizing brilliant agreements and blockchain innovation. There are 3 principal tokens that Sandbox uses to guarantee a round economy between every one of the profiles of clients who cooperate with the stage. The Sand is an ERC20 symbolic that will be involved inside the Sandbox as the premise of the biological systems exchanges and communications. The land is a computerized piece of land in the Sandbox metaverse, and the players can construct their own encounters on top of land by populating it with resources. Each land is an extraordinary symbolic lying on the public Ethereum blockchain. The resource is a token made by the players which utilize the ERC1155 norm. This can be exchanged on the commercial center with the principal utility to serve the Sandbox game creator. The non-fungible tokens NFTs ensure genuineness and security, which are unmistakable, unbreakable, and not tradable. The makers can make income for themselves utilizing the resources. The resources can be underlying the voxedit by bringing in and selling on the commercial center as NFTs. One more method for building and adapted is by building games on the game producers utilizing grounds. Another way adapting can work is by possessing a land parcel and afterwards selling it or leasing it. The more the populace builds, the higher the cost will be, expanding the incentive for the land proprietor. The Sandbox specialized investigation. The Sandbox cost has kept on moving negatively subsequent to hitting an unequaled high somewhat recently. No high volume spikes were noticed, pushing the cost up essentially. Till last November, the Sandcoin cost was exchanging a reach-bound region. Notwithstanding, starting from the start of November 2021, the coin denoted a gigantic climb which took its cost to the untouched high of $8.44. Afterward, the Sandbox coin confronted dismissal and fell underneath $3 in January 2022. Then, the Sand coin cost out of nowhere spiked upwards yet couldn't be figured out how to cross $5. From that point forward, the coin again confronted dismissal and tumbled to $2.60. Then, at that point, the Sand costs were exchanging sideways till the start of April. Afterward, the Sandbox cost revised downwards essentially, which took the Sand coin cost to around 90 cents. Notwithstanding, since May 12th, the coin has been mirroring a flattish pattern in exchanges at around $1.20. The Sandbox cost today is exchanging around $1.29 and beneath its 50-day and 200 days moving midpoints. Sandbox Value Forecast 2022. The information model connecting with Sand forecasts in light of the authentic information shows that the Sand swapping scale will arrive at a typical cost of $1.71. The most extreme and least value levels will be $1.88 and $1.60. Separately, toward the finish of June 2022, according to the Sandbox conjecture, the cost of Sand is anticipated to arrive at any rate value level of $1.61 toward the finish of 2022. The Sand cost can arrive at a greatest value level of $1.92 by 2022. Sandbox Value Forecast 2023. As per the cryptographic money market opinion and our Sand cost expectation, the Sandbox Sand is gauged to arrive at least cost of $1.74, with a greatest cost of $2.07 in the year 2023. The typical cost all through the year is supposed to be close $1.96. Sandbox Value Forecast 2024. According to the information models connected with the Sandbox cost forecast, the base value level of Sandbox Sand will be $1.62. The greatest cost will be $2.36, with a typical exchanging cost of around $2 all through 2024. Sandbox Value Expectation 2025. As per the specialized examination and the Sandbox conjecture for the year 2025, the least cost of Sandbox Sand will be $2.27, and the most exorbitant cost level will be $2.81. The typical cost will be $2.52 in 2025. The Sandbox Value Expectation 2026. The information expectation models show that the base cost of Sand is supposed to be $2.54, and the most extreme cost will be $3.70 while keeping up with the typical cost of $2.96 in the year 2026 according to the Sand token cost forecast. What amount will Sandbox be worth in 2030? According to the Sandbox cost expectation 2030,